In this video, we're going to discuss about how to set up a manual IP address and configure a DNS server on CentOS. So the operating system you're using is CentOS 6.5, 64-bit. For network configuration, we're going to edit three files: ifconfig eth0, resolve.conf, and network. And for DNS server, we're going to use the bind server, and we're going to edit the named.com file and create forward.convalabs and reverse.convalabs file. And we also going to edit the IP tables firewall. So to configure IP addresses, you have to first connect into the machine. So it's root. So you configure it in three places. So place 1, nano etc sysconfig network scripts ifconfig ethernet 0. So that's where you configure your IP address. So that's my on boot yes, so that means it will be on when the system boots up. So that's the IP address, that's the subnet mask. NM, network manager controlled, no. So that is the first place to configure it. So once you've done that, the second spot is to edit the resolve.conf. So this is where you declare your name server and your search domain. And the third place is networks. So make sure these are configured, or you know, these are set to defaults. What I'm looking for is sysconfig network. So this is the place where you set your host name and your gateway. So three of these places. So once you've done that, you can just go ahead and service network restart. So and that will restart the network services. You can edit the host, check the host file as well. So host file, make sure there is nothing weird going on here. If I check it by typing host name, so that's ns.convalabs.local. So that's how you set up the network in CentOS or in Red Hat. So there are 4 steps when it comes to installing the DNS server. So let me first log in. So step 1 is to install it. So yum install bind star -y. So I already have them. So that is step 1. You install the packages. And step 2 is configuring the named file, name.conf. So that lives in etc/named.conf. So you edit this file. Let me maximize it. So the first one is allow query from this IP range, 192.168.168.0 range. And then you create these 2 zones. So zone convalabs.local, and this is the forward lookup, and that is the reverse lookup. As you can see, the file forward.convalabs. So this is the file which is going to contain all the forward lookup information, and reverse.convalabs is going to have the reverse lookup configuration. So once you've done that, let's quit that, and step 3 is to create and edit those two files. So they live in /var/name named forward. So this is the host name, and that is the email address, root dot. I don't know why we can't use at, but that's how it is. And you create, populate the list as you can see here. So that's the name server, and these are the aliases. So db1 and its IP address, name node 1, that's the IP address, so on. So you populate these details. So, and after that, create the reverse. Pretty much kind of the same, but so that's the IP address and pointer address to the fully qualified domain name. So you populate these two files with the details, and once you've done that, restart the service. So that's service named restart. So that's happened. So step 3 would be to add the ports in your IP tables, which is the firewall. So to edit that, you have to go nano etc IP table. No, sorry, it doesn't live there. It lives in sysconfig. Sorry, /etc sysconfig IP tables. So you add these two ports to your IP tables file. So the UDP port 53 and TCP port 53. So accept. So once you've done that, restart the service. Service IP tables restart. So that's done. And step 4 is testing your configuration and your DNS server. So we can use 2 commands, or maybe more. I'll tell you in a moment. So named check conf is the command, and we can check the name.conf file. Named.conf file. So that returned nothing, so that means it's good. And then the next command is named check zone, so that is to check the zone file, convalabs.local/ and the file location. Sorry, named conf. So zone convalabs in loaded serial number. Okay, so that's good. And same thing for reverse as well. So if I go reverse, and reverse is fine as well. So let's so we have checked for syntax errors, and it's so far so good. We can actually use commands like dig. Let's dig the ns1.convalabs.local. So that's fine, it's working. And we can probably use ns lookup as well, ns1. So that's working. So let's try a google.co.uk. That's good. And let's say a machine which is in the network, ns lookup to name node 1 local. So far our so far so good. So this is how you set up a DNS server. If you get into any trouble, like you can't actually query the DNS server, you're getting errors like NX domain errors. So it's more likely it's those forward and reverse lookup files. So make sure their syntax is correct. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'd like to thank you for watching.